What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas May, and I see you, Alphas, in the building. We're talking about Mobland Episode 3, Plan B, presented by Keeping That in Our Reviews, breakdown. You know we do, reactions, it's all of that. And of course, I am your host, Zell May, and we got to talk about it. There's some big things coming in here. We have many questions that need to be answered, such as Archie's body, they found it. Did Tommy, was it a miscommunication with Eddie on Tommy? Will Foul trying to snitch? And who is Bella's dad? We gonna break it all down right after this, so hit that like and subscribe button. And I know some of you y'all might not wanna stay for a while before this, but hear me out.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not.
What that for you to think you're gonna leave? Let's get started. Before we get into the breakdown of the show, of course, we are going to talk about the big talking points. First off, the show ended with a cliffhanger. Hello, Archie. And they received an anonymous tip that Archie's body was in a grave of someone else. Which the only way you get that is if someone knew and they could tip them off. The question is, who do y'all think it is? That's the biggest question in this whole episode. Who do you think did it? Who's snitching? Was the first person that came to my mind. Y'all let me know in the comments. Who right now, go in there and tell me who you think did it. Who you think is the snitch? Mine. Let's go over some of the candidates before we move on. Maeve. Listen, if you watch this show, you gonna realize I think Maeve is the ultimate villain. She don't like the way my boy Conrad is showing favoritism to certain people that's not of her, I would say. As we found out with Serafina and how they mistreat Eddie because he's the only one that stood up for the family, even though he started a war. So who else would be the best candidate to be a traitor than the one who led Archie to this grave by planning in his head that he did it? Serafina doesn't believe he did it. Brandon said there might be evidence. There's a lot of things going on. Maybe Maeve hinted that maybe he might have had connections and she set this up, but she's also setting up other things behind the scenes. Okay, let's go over somebody. Brandon. Who knows? Maybe Brandon needs money. Fisk seemed very sure to Harry that he has them. He knows what's going on. So, who would be more liable to have this situation happen than Brandon, who benefits the most? The family kind of turned on him. They don't look up to him. They think he messes up. Put him in a situation where they need him, right? Where he could fix the situation. Another candidate, maybe Eddie. Maybe Eddie's just tired of snitching. He a spoiled brat. He had the least reason. Maybe Serafina. Maybe she doesn't feel like she's part of the family. Other than that, I'm gonna be honest. Who else knows? You know what I'm saying? Who else knows? I doubt it's. I doubt it's Conrad. Why would he snitch on himself? And Harry, you've seen Harry throughout this whole show. That's not his character to snitch. Which would, be, but it would be a plot twist. It would be a plot twist if it was Harry. But who do y'all think it was? I'm going. Brandon seemed too obvious. I'm going Maeve. Maeve doesn't give you indication, but in my mind, she has every legit ability to be the person who anonymously tips. Next question I got, but this is the top stars of the show. This is my recap. Do y'all think Eddie actually had Tommy killed on purpose? Or did he have somebody else in mind? And as old boy said, he didn't show up. So he was there. I found him. He had stab marks, but but did he hire somebody else? Was it somebody he knew who had his phone? You remember? Oh boy, when he gave him the phone, he met him outside. He talked to him. He seemed very suspicious to me. So was it? Did Eddie actually do a stupid thing, or does Eddie know his homeboy did it, and that his homeboy gonna get in trouble for something he kind of wanted to do but didn't have the balls to do? Would they even make Maeve get him? Is it a communication error? Because old boy did. Remember episode 1 when he met his friend outside? I don't remember his friend's name, but it could be that. Maybe he didn't like him. You remember he made the joke talking about them together? He seemed like he didn't like them being together. I'm just throwing it out there. Or is Eddie just stupid and we just having this war because Eddie's a stupid? Will Faltron snitch? Faltron. How do you say his name? Y'all can say it. Every time I hear his name, I can try to write down, but I don't know. It's not even in like the IDMB. He's so beat up so poorly, I just can't tell which act it is to find it. But Willie snitch because Richie about to torture that man. Richie's about to torture him. Will he snitch? And the main question I've been wanting to know throughout this series, I feel like it's very important. Besides, of course, who is the snitch? Who is Bella's dad? And why does everybody talk about him like this with this super respect? He like, the family ain't gonna like that drama. He like, Bella like, Harry, they blew up my house tonight. Harry like, it's not the same. The family not gonna like that. Who is this man that they could blow up your house? Richie could blow up your house. And Harry could pretend like, oh, that is light work compared to dealing with your father. Who is Bella and who is her dad? We know he's very rich. And apparently he can, Conrad don't have this ability. He can have you meet the prime minister of the whole country. Who is he? Well, I can't wait to find out. But let's go over the breakdown of the show real quick. And then, so we get you out of here, you can have a wonderful Sunday. Eat you some wonderful food with your family and friends. This episode starts off with a bang, literally. Harry is asleep where you hear boom. He gets the call. Kevin let him know he cooking against the family at the house. And we like Kevin's house has been blown up. Literal boom, bang, literal bang. Harry tells Kevin to meet him in the yard and bring Eddie because we saw in the last episode he found Tommy's body. So we need to meet in the yard. We gotta figure out some things first. Of course, Conrad was like, everybody stay with me and we're going to settle this out because there's a war right now. But Harry is the playing guy. He Mr. Fix It. Maeve, like I said, Maeve is the villain in this story. And she just randomly had like these weird emotional outbursts of randomness that lead me to think she's a little bit out there, which leads me to my beginning point. I think she's a snitch. This man is having an existential crisis. And they basically found Tommy's body. He don't know this yet, but it's like he knows it's serious. If Harry like, no, we need to do it. If Harry like overrules him in a way, Conrad knows it's something serious. And the first thing she does in this episode is come up and say, it's Brandon and Serafina, not Serafina and Brandon. Because Serafina is a child of another woman. Essentially, she said a lot worse, but this is YouTube, so we can't say that. So basically, she not my child. You put my child first. And we find out that Harry loses a lot of money. He gets scammed a lot. He's what we consider a mark. A man that's always in debt and easy to manipulate, right? You can pull him in with your stupid idea and he'll do it and lose a lot of money. Conrad don't seem to like him that much, as we're gonna get into later on with how each person seem to have their favorites. So, and there's like another little point I want to touch on later on too about Maeve in this situation, how she, as she says, she's the white queen of this situation. We also find out Harry's getting his family out of the house. They get in the car. He tells her to begin to drive, and she literally he goes up to these people, right, and he literally talks no jutsu him. If you don't know, jutsu is like a mind technique and like ninja, like to trick people. Getting jutsu, he talks to these people and be like, "How's your family?" He puts Kerrigan on the phone. "How's your family? You know, got kids and stuff. Do you really want to do this? Because by the time you get home to your girlfriend, you might not recognize it because Conrad is here and you know he's just dang. Do you want to do this right now?" Because as he had his gun in his lap, "Do you want to do this right now?" My man can literally talk his way out of anything. So they drive off. Jill, of course, is on other problem, Maria and the mother. She has to take care of that. She fell in this place. They not trying to pay or fix something because apparently she broke something. And Gina worried about her dad. Gina didn't get a lot of showtime in this episode like normal. Well, she don't get a lot anyway, but she's funny to me. We also, as I said, we learned about more about Bella Harrigan, and we learned her father, like I said, can get people to meet with the prime minister. She introduces Antoine to him, and she was recording her father. As Antoine, for some reason, she thought this was smart, as he had the tape. He made a copy and is threatening to now use it against her, which I think is a lie, by the way. This is what she's telling Harry later on in the episode. I think this is a complete lie. I think she just wanted that tape from this man. Antoine never indicated anything about holding her. We didn't see any indication that he was holding her up for money. It was literally, I don't trust you, and I'm not giving you this tape or whatever you planning because she hates her dad apparently. I'm not giving you this tape until the deal is done. Which I'm like, but why would he have the tape in the first place unless there was a deal in place that you trusted her with? Maybe because she wouldn't pay him? It's a lie. I believe Bella's a liar, so I don't trust her either. I don't. Only reason I didn't put her in the snitch conversation is because I don't know if she knows what happened to Archie. Like she's been off the grid for a minute, so there hasn't been no indication that he like, yo, they put Archie's body in the grave of this said person. Like she has no indication. That's the only reason she's not on mine yet. But she could be a candidate for who snitch. But like I said, I don't think she's in on that deep with this. I think her whole storyline is gonna be with her father and Antoine in that dangerous situation. We learn also that Harry meets Eddie, and we see a man in a chair as Harry brings Kevin and Eddie in the crate, and they unveil it to be the guy from last week. They ask questions. We learn about the 10 grand from Eddie, which Eddie didn't deny, by the way. So that means he had 10 grand. They never specifically said it was for Tommy, which makes it more intriguing. And the guy also said that when he found Tommy, he had stabs on him already, like 57, 60, which interesting, which Kevin is very upset because he did offer money and he didn't show up. So the guy could have took it as another scenario. And Eddie really don't have a excuse for it because Eddie didn't show up. So it could be his mistake in general, even if it was a for Tommy. But we assume it's for Tommy. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit more to it, a little more complicated than that. Kevin even tased Eddie in this situation. We go and see Plan B is being made. They going after what? Ron is Plan B. Fran, the wife. They like Fran, but they Plan B. She's funny, as they say. Fran, I don't, is it Fran? We ain't really seen this person that much, except for in like the first episode when they were talking to each other. So I don't quite remember the name. I think it's Fran. Run. Y'all let me know in the comment. And they like, she's the Plan B. If Harry's situation don't work out, we go take her. Then of course, we switch quickly to Harry taking care of Maria and the mom situation. Man, my man Harry could talk his way there. You know, Dave. I know Dave. He owe me a favor. He'll do it for free. By the way, you have like a problem with your windowsills. He'll fix that too. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Anything you need, anything, just call me. Let me know. I will take care of it. I promise you. Take care of her. Everything will be good. I promise you. I promise you. My man is so good. Tom Hardy is killing this role, by the way. Can't wait to see him in Havoc, which I will review in 2 weeks from now, by the way. Sunday's coming out too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We got a bunch of reviews coming. Harry, he even says this line. He's like, it's an easy fix. That's kind of what I do. Which I thought was a bar for this episode. He begins to walk out. He sees this old police officer that apparently used to beat him when he was a child. We getting a little bit of Harry backstory. A little bit of why he might be loyal. We getting a little bit of pieces to why he acts a certain way he does. He's so good at his job. Why he just don't run everything? Because he literally just can run everything. I believe. What do y'all think? Y'all think y'all think Harry could run everything, or he just like middle management level of running things? Or do you think he could really be the boss? Not that he is the boss, but he could be the boss if he wanted to. Let me know in the comment what y'all think. Not as we see more Brandon and Serafina's banter as they talk with Eddie. Serafina, as I said, did Archie really betray us? Brandon like, yeah, he doing that little gossip thing. We know he has Serafina. Him and Serafina has this weird thing where we saw in the last episode where he basically like she makes him like I don't know what Brandon is an issue. Now she heard an Eddie conversation and like, Auntie, I'm a piece of nephew, but we gonna make these jokes. But she don't hate her nephew. You can tell she smiles at him. It's like little like banter that goes back and forth with them. She don't hate Brandon either. I think she likes her family. She just hates Maeve, who comes in and literally tells her outside of this family people. I'm like, she's like, I have actual Harrigan blood in me. You just married in, which I think leads to something later on. This leads to my theory that Maeve is trying to get Conrad so she can be the family head, and it's not just the Harrigans, it's her, the White Queen. I'm telling you, it's gonna be episode 8 or something. It's gonna be called the White Queen. She gonna like try to run everything. I'm telling you. But it's interesting. Like this whole family dynamic is interesting because it shows favoritism. Because if Serafina gets upset as Maeve, like you're not. We don't even know if he's your real father, and like some like old people way, old British way. Some like, this is the most British way of saying it. But I like how everybody named like Eddie, Harry, Tommy, Richie. Like everybody in the show name is like that. But we also see that she's the favorite of Conrad. Like we see Eddie is kind of the maid favorite because she's crazy. The kid's a up spoiled cokehead that she gives drugs to, and she's like, "You're the ruler of this family." I think she don't think a woman can actually be in charge based on that. So she's trying to bait and control like the dumb young nepo baby into like control of the situation, which keeps leading me to believe that she's trying to get Conrad in jail just so she could run it. Because Kevin, I don't think the only threat to her might be Kevin. Brandon's not going against her. I could bully Serafina out in a way, convince the other two kids that she shouldn't run nothing. Harry just do the job. If I can get Conrad in jail, and maybe Harry, but if I get Conrad in jail, I run it. That's what I'm saying. This is why I feel like she's the betrayer, man. This maybe the villain to me. But the family dynamic is very interesting because, as we can see, Serafina is like she is his like daughter. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. I wouldn't be surprised. Maeve also sent the $10,000 for Eddie to get Tommy. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I'm just saying, like this. I feel like she just puppeteering this whole situation to get rid of Conrad from every decision. And he trusts his wife. They've been together. We learned from 16 that she told her because she's hard, as Serafina said. But you see the dynamic between Serafina and Conrad, which season 2, Serafina trying to take Maeve off her thing after she set her daddy up would be interesting with Harry's help. Because I think Richie's not going to last the next year. I do love the good cop, bad cop between Kevin and Harry when they was talking to my guy and they was doing you sure you want to do this? Listen, his whole family, if Richie found out his family going to pass anyway, why do we just shoot him right now? He kept shooting the empty clip. Like, why don't we just shoot him right now in this? He can take care of the problem. We messed up either way. We could use him. It's Harry's whole plan anyway. So it's like good cop, bad cop to make him loyal. For if Richie don't instantly just end him, that he's like scared enough or manipulated enough that he, no matter what the torture is, he'll line up with them. Because they even painted Richie as the bad guy in the situation. Like no matter what, Richie's gonna kill the family. No matter what he say, Richie's a super killer. So they planted it in his head, and I really liked it. And it's also show how good Kevin is. Harry's not the only smart person who knows how to run. Kevin is too. Like I said, we found out we had the scene when they walk out and they talk. Seraphine is his daddy's girl. That's his only daughter we know. They tell Richie what happened to Tommy, and he gives the expected reaction, emotional. By the way, Richie is not even a bad guy in this situation. Richie gonna pass, but he's literally the good guy. He did nothing to these people. His son got perished because either May or Eddie or some situation got messed up between the family. And they all trying to get rid of Conrad, and Richie and his family is just gonna be like collateral damage in this whole thing. It's like it's interesting. And then they, of course, what y'all think about it? Is Richie the bad guy? Richie's the good guy, right? He's just getting used for a bigger purpose to me. To me, he's getting used for a bigger purpose. Now, could be they just it's a messed up situation. He ended up just being the good guy who happened to be in the wrong spot. But we'll see. Of course, Kevin runs a play on Fist, the police officer, when he pretends to be Harry and he gets in Harry's car, drive off, so Harry can handle his business with all the stuff he got to do with Richie and meet him up and send the dude to Richie. So Kevin does his job again, leading. Let's go. They running plays. Richie, Kevin and Harry are on it. This is where they get the tip about the anonymous tip about where the body is of Archie, as they look for him in the last episode. Richie meets with him. He's not as hot headed as you think he is. He does shoot him twice. I thought old boy was going. I'm like, did he shoot you in your chest? But apparently it was his legs. But it looked odd from one angle until you look at it again to me. But he shoots him in the legs and he gets the story that Harry wants to say, and he didn't trust him, so he's like, I'm gonna work on him all night. If I don't like my answer, I'll let you know in the morning. Because if anything come up odd, I'm gonna let you know. Which is interesting. Voltron is. But we also see Harry slick funny. Harry is hilarious because he literally responded to Kevin. Do you think Richie believed it? I don't know. But if I know Voltron, which I don't know him at all. And I'm like, what? This is so random. I enjoyed it though. Then we see Harry, of course, met with Bella. Bella tells the story that we already talked about. She said Antoine is blackmailing her. And Harry's literally like, the family's not going to like this. We do not want problem with your father. That we are having way too much going on right now to deal with him. And she hides from my father. So I don't know what's going on in that situation. Who was her dad? We need more information. I don't even think we got a name from him. We might have had a first name, but I can't think of it. But all it is her dad. And my man had said, I can get you to meet in front of anybody that you want to meet because I got that power. And I'm like, anybody you want to meet? The prime minister, easy. He runs the whole country, easy. And I'm sitting there like, man, this is crazy. Also, Bella's flirting with Harry. And Harry gave this boss line, call Kevin. Call Kevin. Call Kevin. I'm not cheating with you. You drinking that wine and you flirting. Tell him about some parallel universe where I'm a cat and you a dog. No, that is a flirt. You are my best friend's wife. Call Kevin. Call Kevin. And we end the episode, of course, with Fisk finding Archie engraved, hello Archie, as we start off the show. What do y'all think about this episode? I really liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. I don't want to waste too much time. You can find me every Sunday talking about Mobland as well as other shows. Havoc coming out soon. Sinners coming out next week. Both shows. Daredevil is out on Tuesday. The finale is here. So we will have our final show on Tuesday. We'll do our WrestleMania prediction. If you're in the wrestling, I will do how did they book it on Friday? We already did our prediction on last Friday. And then we got Happy Face and Power on Friday. Those shows will be out Friday. Maybe live for Power this week. We'll see. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.
Monterey's always got something to say. Casting looks, throwing shade every single day. He's got opinions, but he's missing the proof. Judgment on lock, but never spitting the truth. Keep it 99, no time for lies. We're living big while they criticize. Stay in your lane, don't cross my vine. They want 100, but I'll keep it 99. Zelmay runs the game, she's the CEO. Breaking barriers while hosting the show. She's got the power, got the name in lights. Commanding the room, shutting down the fights. Keep it 99, no time for lies. We're living big while they criticize. Stay in your lane, don't cross my vine. They want 100, but I'll keep it 99. Monterey's always got so win to see. Goskin looks, throwing shade every single day. He's got opinions, but he's missing the proof. Judgment, fall, heckle. Keep it 99, no time for lies. We're living big while they criticize. Stay in your lane, don't cross my vine. They want 100, but I'll keep it 99. Unique, pulling up with the news and tea. Gossip on blast for the world to see. Spotting secrets like a hawk in flight. Dropping stories that'll keep us up all night. Monterey, fix the tone, you're too uptight. Zelmay's boss moves, always taking flight. Unico's got receipts, he's ready to share. Keep it 99, cause we're already rare.